Hello and welcome back to the Film Club, the club where we talk about films we've been recently watching, viewing, enjoying. Let me know in the comments what you've been watching, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know what you thought about it. I had no expectations going into Blue Beetle. I had no excitement for it. He's a very new character to me. I've seen people on Twitter sort of talking about how he used to be in the animated series, but for me, I've just personally never seen him. And so with no expectation in mind, I absolutely loved this film. The trailers didn't get me hyped, but it didn't matter. I was skeptical about even going to see it, but I thought, you know what, screw it. It's a new character. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a try. And to my excitement, it was good. Now, was it mind-blowing, something absolutely incredible that I'm going to remember for years to come as an absolute staple? No, not even close really. But is it just a fun, light-hearted, enjoyable, funny superhero film that made me feel like I was watching early day Marvel? Yes. It's given me a feeling that not a lot of origin films recently have. When I think over the last, I don't know, not necessarily 10 years, but certainly in the last 5, the only decent origin films that I can even think of are Shang-Chi, and even that doesn't feel like a classic origin story. This gave me everything that I'd want from an origin story. It gave me the character and the character development. It gave me side characters that I actually cared about. I didn't think I was gonna cry at this film, not even for a split second, and I genuinely cried when his dad dies. I was so confused that I was like, why am I crying? I didn't think I'd care about this character, but I do. I think it's because they built this family so as such a solid part of the film that seeing one of them die is like, oh my god, the whole family is in bits. I don't know, it made me cry. The CG in this film, it's not trying too hard. It looks good where it needs to be, it is. And where it doesn't need to be, it's not. The action in this film is just it's so good. The fight sequences and how it's so outlandish, and it shows his suit and his combat skills so brilliantly. It doesn't have to be too graphic, but in some places it is, and it's brilliant. It goes to dark places when he's having that whole conversation of to be a killer or not. Genuinely, I've not watched an origin film in a long time and actually been excited for the future of the character, but I watched this and I was genuinely like, I need to see another Blue Beetle film. From the whole cast just doing an absolutely fantastic job to just everything about him. I genuinely think this is such a brilliant starting place for a new DC universe because it's got every right to be the start. There's no grand, massive, world-ending threats. It reminded me of Spider-Man. This character could so easily be the DC Spider-Man, and I think that might be potentially what they do with him. I hope they do that with it. He's got the potential to just be that, maybe a little bit bigger than Spider-Man in the sense of not doing just sort of friendly neighborhood stuff because he's got a literal alien suit, but he's got that whole vibe, the comedy's there, and it's just absolutely stellar. I'm not in a position to talk about the family and how they got it so on point because I don't know, I'm not in a family like that, but I still just absolutely love the whole dynamic, from the grandparent to the parents to the sisters, just the uncle. It was just brilliant. Each different member of the family brought something new, and to have that many supporting characters and still all of them work is really well done. Is this film perfect? No. The villain is quite weak. It was just a very, very basic generic villain with not really any depth, and it fell into a few tropes where she would say one-liners and I'd be a little bit like, I didn't care too much towards the end with the big finale fight. I was more just interested in seeing him beat people up. I thought that was cooler than seeing him battle with a big CG robot. But regardless, by that point I didn't care because I was sold on the character, I was sold on the family, I was sold on everything, and I loved it. The history and the little bits about how there was a Blue Beetle before and just all of that, I thought it was just so well done. Does it have cringy superhero tropes? Yes, but did it make me feel like I was watching a Phase 1 Marvel film? Yes, and I love it for that. I really, really hope people give this film a chance and go see it, because I see it flopping on the box office numbers and all of this and that, but it doesn't deserve to. I mean, its two predecessors, Shazam #2 and The Flash, are just not good setups for this. I think it would have been good if they'd have maybe held this film back and took a year or two for DC to just have a breather and then do it. But I hope they don't look at this and go, people don't care about Blue Beetle, because they absolutely should, and this is a great character that I really hope they keep and develop into the new James Gunn saga of the DC universe. Anyway, have you seen the film? Let me know if you have in the comments, and let me know what you thought about it, and if not, potentially go and see it, because I think it genuinely deserves the chance. But anyway, I'll see you next time on the Film Club.